Hi everyone, this is Rita. Welcome back to Rita's Studio. And I'm talking about linen today and the specialness of linen. And I'm showing you some linen pieces that I've had and which I just really admire the look of and the feel of. All of these are 100% linen. And I knew I wanted to do something with these, but wasn't sure what. So this may turn out to be a coverlet or a quilt, or it might turn into an art piece, which is only going to be hanging. Why am I calling the linen so special? Well, linen is a natural fiber and it comes from the flax plant, which is an amazing plant which produces these stalks of flax, which are basically have to be beaten to death in order to soften the fiber enough to make it workable. The flax plant also produces flax seeds, which are edible and which are extremely healthy for us to include in our diet. I started laying out these pieces of linen on the floor to try to get a sense of how I might fit them together with the colors that I had. So you can see that I'm still kind of playing with it, going back and forth. There's an extraordinary thing about linen. There was a scientist who started testing wavelengths coming off of certain fibers, certain fabrics, and these included things like polyester, double polyester, cottons, silk, satin, linen, and so on. And he discovered, to his amazement, that fibers like polyester were emitting very low level frequencies, almost nothing. But when he started testing the natural fibers, he found that they were emitting higher level frequencies, and linen was producing the highest of them all. And what an amazing thing. It's almost as if the fibers are, they were alive. So they have a higher frequency level. And I'm not a scientist. I really can't explain it any more meaningfully than that. But you can probably find this video that I'm talking about. Maybe if you do a search for linen and fiber testing or something like that, you might find it. Here I'm demonstrating how I'm putting these together. These two pieces I thought went well together, and I'm showing you a little bit up close the texture of the linen. It's very beautiful. What I did was draw a line, what they call a scant 1/4 inch, and now I'm getting ready to sew this. I'm using quilting thread, which is a very strong, stabilizing thread. It's not really something you want to put in your sewing machine. It is meant for hand quilting and hand sewing. For this seam, I'm using a modified back stitch, which I'm inserting the back stitch about every second stitch or so, and you'll see that. I like working on this pillow because first of all, it enables me to get the work up a little closer to the camera while I'm working, and also it allows me to insert a pin to hold the whole thing in place while I'm sewing, so that I don't have to hold on to the fabric while I'm making my stitches. You'll see in a second what I'm talking about. I just start a couple of stitches to get the thread going, and now I'm going to grab a pin and pin the whole thing right to the pillow. Just pin it down, and that way I can actually pull against that pin while I'm stitching. Just makes it much easier. So there you're seeing me putting in the stitches, and now I'm taking a back stitch, running 2 stitches, and back stitch. So I continue doing that down the whole line, and you can see that it goes pretty quickly when you don't have to worry about holding the cloth and the thread at the same time. I like to use my index finger to keep the thread from tangling as it's being pulled through. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. There, I'm doing it. Nothing more infuriating than having your thread tangle on you when you're working. So yeah, when I saw that, we knew that there was something wrong with polyester when the clothing designers back in the 70s were designing these clothes using polyester, and worse than that, double polyester, and oh my God, it just felt awful on your skin. It was such an artificial product. It was scratchy. It was hot. It was unbearably hot. It was beastly hot in the summertime. You couldn't wait to get it off your skin. And they actually made like whole suits out of that fiber. It was terrible. So mercifully, the designers finally got away from that and have reverted back to some of the more natural fibers, like silks and cotton and wool and linen. I'm not saying that polyester is not still with us. Of course it is. They have managed to make the quality of it a little better over the decades, but it's still polyester, and when you're out in the heat and you're running around, you're aware you're wearing polyester because your skin is not breathing the way natural fibers do. So I'm getting ready to finish up this piece here. And once I do that, I'll tie it off, and then I'll open the seam and do some finger pressing to flatten the seam before I do some top stitching. Linen takes finger pressing seam very well. It creates like a very crisp seam, which is really great. Here I'm creating a knot at the end of my thread. I've seen people wrap it around the needle, but I just use my finger. I wrap it around my finger and pull, and that works wonderfully well. So here is the finished seam, and I like to keep a a board next to me when I'm working, so that when I need a hard surface, I can lean on it. And now I'm just gonna finger press. I'm using my finger and my nail to just press along that seam, and it presses down just fine. Nice and crisp. And then I will begin my top stitching using the same thread and a slightly larger stitch. This is basically a running stitch. There's my handmade thimble, which I made myself out of leather. And this particular thimble was the first one I made, and then the cat found it, and she thought it was something that she should play with and then hide it when I went looking for it. So I made another one out of another piece of leather I had, out of a piece of white leather I had, and sure enough, she got that one too. And that one I have never been able to find. But when I started moving furniture to try to find the other one, I found this one again. So I lost the white one, but I got this one back. So here I am just finishing off this running stitch. It goes very quickly because I'm not creating a back stitch, and the stitches are long. Moving my pin down a bit to get it a little closer to where I'm working. So I'm pretty happy with the way this one looks. I thought these two blocks went together pretty well. And now I have another two blocks that I joined together. You can really see the texture of the linen here. So these two blocks, I actually did sew together. I was trying to get the pattern as uniform as I could, and I think it looks pretty good. And now I'm just gonna finish off the top stitching on this one. Just starting the needle, taking the first couple of stitches to secure it. Trusty pin. And we're off and running. So this is an ongoing process, and you can see that I'm still a bit undecided about where things are going to go, and how I'm going to resolve this open area, for example. Still not sure about that, but I will, once I've got this kind of worked out, I will do a sequential video, so that you can see how the whole thing came together. In the meantime, I appreciate that you joined me, and maybe you have some linen project of your own that you're thinking of doing now. Thanks for watching, and I would appreciate it very much if you would consider subscribing. I know there's a subscribe button around here somewhere. And give me a comment or a like, or a comment and a like. And see you next time. Bye.